off by looking back at Tuesday. Firstly, how disappointing a scoreline was that for you?
Yeah, obviously we're not going into any game to set up to lose a game. To get beat 3-0 is obviously disappointing, but we've got to react from that now. That's the key messages really that we've said to the players. We need to put a good performance on tomorrow and hopefully go and get a good result. What's happened on Tuesday's happened. Hopefully myself, the staff, the players learn from that, and the things that led to the goals, the things that we did in actually conceding the goals, deal with that, respond to that, and make sure that the things that happen don't happen again. So you can't go away from home and concede 3 goals. Look, we did have a lot of possession, a lot of pinned them in. We started the game really well for 15 minutes. The first attack they score, they get a free kick and we're not being organised properly. 2-0, and then it's hard to get back into the game from there. Second half we had them pinned in for 25 minutes. The first attack they scored again. So it's concentration and making sure that even though we're attacking, we're organised behind the ball. And like I say, we need to learn from it and make sure these little things don't happen again, and hopefully we can go and do that tomorrow.
As a manager, obviously you can only do so much before your players go across the white line.
Yeah.
So, as a person, how do you react? How do you then convey to your players when you're not happy about things? I'm guessing you've got a fine line to tread, haven't you?
Yeah, I think they're an honest group. I think if they have made a mistake, it's not for the lack of trying. I think it's more of a concentration thing and being in good positions, especially defensively. So the things that can lead to a goal don't actually happen if we're in good positions, and that's my job to work with the players and make sure the work that we do is related to what we get in a game. And then when they actually go onto the pitch, it's their responsibility then to know. We've got a lot of experienced players in key positions really. They have to use that experience. We can do so much and work and keep working, and they have to be the ones then that go out and go onto the pitch and do it, because I need to be able to rely on players, and if it comes to a point where you're not reliable, then there's a problem where I have to solve it, or we've got a big squad. I said that before, we've got a big squad, and if we need to change it round because it's not working for whatever reason and we have to do that, then I'll do that. But pretty much everyone's had a chance, and we've got to get back to what we were doing prior to Telford. Really, I know we conceded the last minute, but there were things that happened that we weren't very happy about, and the players were honest enough. And it was same in the dressing room after Tuesday. In the dressing room, the players were really honest about what happened. Well, let's see how everyone reacts now. It's all right being honest. You still got to go and do it on the pitch.
We know you're not afraid of changing things during a match, and we've seen you do it to good effect. It's turned things.
Yeah.
Would you like to be in a position where you don't have to change things quite as often? Is this maybe causing disruption, maybe too strong a word?
Yeah, we didn't. To be honest with you, the last 2 games we've not changed it. The 2 games prior to that, the Southport one and the Blythe one, we played better in the last 2 games that we've been beaten than we actually did in the Southport and the Blythe game. So it's a fine line, and I did have to change it during the game. So that's one of the things that we spoke to players about. Let them be the ones that change for us, because that means we've got a good foothold in the game. It means that we're playing well and we're on top. And like I say, on Tuesday we did start that way for 15 minutes. I thought, this is us, I like what I see. But we lost his way for whatever reason. Like I say, more of a concentration thing than anything else. And you can't, at any level of football, you can't afford to have lapses in concentration like that, because you concede goals, you make it difficult for yourselves, and we need to stop that.
So looking forward, what have you been making your priority for this week? Has it been defence, just speaking to Adam Bartlett, trying to keep a clean sheet, or is it trying to crack that and score goals again in attack?
Well, you always need to score goals to win games, but I think probably the key thing that we spoke about over the last couple of days is trying to get to this mentality where we're hard to beat. Keep a clean sheet, win a scrappy game 1-0 if we have to do that, which we did at Blythe really. And it always gives you a chance, because at the other end of the pitch, I feel like we will create chances. And then we have to obviously go and take them when we do. On Tuesday night in the second half, for 25 minutes they couldn't get out of their own 18-yard box, but we had chances, maybe not clear-cut ones. They did defend the box quite well, but if one of them goes in with 25 minutes to go, it could be a different game. But we got a mountain to climb because we're 2-0 down, we're 3-0 down. Let it be 0-0 and pin a team in and try and obviously get this chance and take it when we can.
Bradford Park Avenue this weekend, back at Bootham Crescent. How important is a good start for you? I know we've spoken before about keeping the crowd on side as well.
Yeah, we know about that. You know, it's same. It don't matter if it's a Bootham Crescent or any ground in the country. You always want to get off to a fast start and get the fans with you, getting behind you, someone going and making a tackle, someone going and winning a header. You know, that's what they want to see, and that's how I was as a player. I used to love that side of it. You know, going and fighting and having a scrap with someone in the right way, and just have that honesty about you to go and fight and scrap and have a right goal. That's the key thing, and we need to get the crowd with us. You know, I think I said the other night about I understand the frustration. I'm frustrated, and the players are frustrated, but we're the ones who have a responsibility, and our job is to go and do it and give them something that they want to come and enjoy watching, what they go away from, and they see everybody's having a right goal for me, for themselves, for the football club, because it's a good club. The infrastructure's there, the training ground, the way that everyone gets looked after. You could go in there now, the food that the players are getting every day, you know, all these things are there, but it's down to the team, the first team, to go out and get results, because everything else takes care of itself. It creates a good environment when the first team win, and we've had a lot of that for the last 2.5 months. So now we've had 2 games, we've had a little sticky patch. Now let's see what we've got about us, what you like when the chips are against you a little bit. Can you come out and fight and scrap? You know, these are the key things, and you can soon turn it around. I said to players this morning, if you can bottle that feeling at quarter-final when you've won a game and bring it out every week, it's the best feeling there is. And you're always 90 minutes away from that, you know, and these are the kind of things that we said, but in the 90 minutes you have to give it everything. Fight, as I said, fight, scrap, put your foot in, get the better of the man that you're playing against. In an individual battle, you go and get the better of him, and if we get 9-10 players do that, then we'll go and win the game.
So your opponents, Bradford Park Avenue, going well this season, and a side full of experience, of confidence now.
Yeah, they've got a lot of experienced players. All these things that I'm saying to you now, they do this. That's why they're where they are. They fight and they scrap, and they have an honesty about them, and they work really hard. We got to match all that, and then hopefully then if we do and we get on top in the game, we can play the football that we can do. We've got some talented players when we've got the ball, but we have to do the fundamentals of the game first. If you don't do that, you've got no chance. And we've got to do that tomorrow. We've got to match what they're going to throw at us, because this is a tough game.
Onto your team, fitness-wise, Simon Heslop, how's he?
Yeah, we're just waiting to see. We're just trying to be patient with him really and give him as much time as possible, and it's probably the same as it was on Tuesday. If the risk's too big, we won't risk it, but we're just trying to manage this situation now when the pitch has started to get a little bit heavier and he's got a little bit of pain in his knee. Can we manage that where it settles down a little bit, where we get him available, because we've missed him the last 2 games, and he is such an important player. You know, he's been, since I've been in this position, he's been great for me, and we do want to have him back, but if it's not him, then someone else has got to go on the pitch and do it.
John Parkin, is he in a similar situation? I know obviously he played on Tuesday, but ground-wise and knee-wise?
Well, yeah, there's that, and obviously he's an experienced player who's played a lot of games over a number of years, so we trying to do the best for him to get the best out of him when we need him, you know. If he could start every week for us, then great. At times, if we have to bring him on for 45 minutes like he did the other day, and I thought it was a handful when he came on, or if it's for half an hour, we know that we're really lucky to have someone like him in and around the team or the bench where we can use him when we need to use him, because he's always done it. You know, he'll get you a goal, and we're more than aware of that, and we need him. He's a big player for us.
And any other injuries to be concerned about? Have you got a full squad apart from?
No, yeah. I think hopefully everyone else apart from that should be okay. I don't think, speaking to Ian this morning, he's not overly concerned with anybody else. So hopefully we should be okay come tomorrow. Thanks.